Alright, today we're going to be building the railings for my 3-story bunk beds that I made for the girls. Just going to do a simple galvanized pipe railing. So I bought my stuff at Home Depot. I'll see if I can find the stuff online and put some links up for that, because I have a feeling you could probably get this stuff a good bit cheaper online. With the parts that I bought at Home Depot, ran me right at $100. So here are those parts. I have two 5-foot long, 1/2-inch galvanized pieces of pipe. I have 4 12-inch, 1/2-inch pieces of pipe. 4 of the floor plates, as they're called. 4 street elbows and 4 regular elbows. Now it's important to note I'm actually doing 2 of the rails. If you only are doing 1, you need half of each one of these pieces. Alright, so when you're working with galvanized, you want to start at one end and work your way all the way to the other end, so that you don't end up with a piece that you can't put together because you've already threaded all the other pieces together. So our street elbows are going into our floor plates, so those will screw in here. I'm going to leave the floor plate off because that's independent. It can screw on by itself at any point. I'm going to screw 12-inch pipe into the other side of the street elbow. And street just means that it has a pipe thread on one end, the male side, and then female pipe threads on the other. That's a street elbow. So we're going to screw these together. I'm not going to tighten it with a wrench because we're not putting water through this, so that doesn't matter. Tighten it up. We're going to put another elbow, just a regular elbow, on the top of that. Now you want these to be pointed at a right angle to each other. You can straighten it out a little bit later, but you do want this piece to be facing the bed. This piece, depending on which side you start with, is going to go parallel to the bed. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 5-foot pieces into this 90 to make it a little easier for me to spin it all around. I couldn't quite get it in the right direction without the longer piece of pipe on there. I'm just going to eyeball it. Once I'm up at the bed, I'm going to be able to adjust the angle ever so slightly if I need to. If it looks like it's not quite parallel and not quite at a right angle to the bed, it can be adjusted slightly. So tightening this up, this elbow is nice and tight. Move down to the other end of your long piece of pipe, and again we're going to put a regular elbow on here. First thing I did when I got home from the store is I had to clean off all the stickers and everything that you're going to see on there when you pick these up from the store, the barcodes and pricing and all of that. With this, obviously you just want to make sure that it's at the same angle as your other end. A good way to do that is go ahead and put your other 12-inch piece of pipe on there, tighten that up, and then lay it flat on the floor. And then just push it down until it's at the same angle as the other end. Now we're ready for another street elbow. Tighten that around. And there you go. Got one of the pieces all the way together, other than the floor plates, and Now I'm going to put my other one together real quick, the same way. Alright, so I've got both of them together. My next step is I'm going to actually take the floor plates, go ahead and screw them on to the street elbows, the other end of the street elbow. Leave them a little bit loose. And then once I get upstairs into the bedroom, I'll make sure to kind of spin the plate so that I have a good spot for the screws where I can get to it very easily with the drill. And we'll go ahead and get this thing mounted to the bed. Alright, so next step, we want to mount the rail to the bed. So ideally you'll just mount one of the sides of it, get it nice and flat, and then that will allow you to adjust the other side as needed. Tricky part, of course, is if you're working alone, actually holding it all in place. I'm going to get one screw where you need it. Get it started, and you can do the other. Hold the other side up, get everything lined up, and get everything mounted together. Alright, then we can come and do the other side. Everything lined up. Make sure you're all square with the bed. Make sure your top piece is level. And put your screws in the other side. There you have it. Handrail, or a bed rail made out of galvanized pipe. It's a fairly simple project. Got a nice galvanized rail on this one, and a nice galvanized rail on this one. You wouldn't want to hang from these rails. I mean, it's pretty solid. It's not really going anywhere, and a child may be able to hang from it, but I wouldn't recommend it. But it should at least keep someone from rolling out of bed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe below.